what we are is a small mine. We are 90% silver production. That's pure silver, no equivalents. We've been in production now for about 16 years, and we started off bootstrapping ourselves up. But to give you the real history, this property was first mined in before the Spanish got there. Subsequently, it was taken over by the King of Spain, became the Royal Mines because he liked it so much. And now we're sitting on over 5,000 old workings on the property, 42 old haciendas, which are ancient mills. And what we're trying to do is keep the dilution to a minimum, so we're earning basically as we go. And you can see the fluctuation in our production. It's related to the price of silver. Silver prices drop, we go to the mines which have higher margins. Silver prices pick up, we expand again. We are, however, with cash of over $20 million, no debt. We have quite a program lined up for us this year. Whoops, wrong button. The usual, we are a leader in ESG. We recycle all of our water, and the water which isn't recycled evaporates out of the tailings. We are very strong in employing diversity. 99% of our people employed here are Mexicans, and 100% of the field management are Mexican. We're going ahead, because we're underground, we have minimal disturbance. We're working with the Ministry of the Environment in Mexico, and in fact, we've just been approached by a group that sells carbon credits, wanting us to create credits for them. Because we're so leveraged to the price of silver, you'll see what happened, for instance, March to July last year. Price of silver went up 37%. Our stock price went up 149%. Where we are located, we're on the epithermal Mexican belt, very near the south. We're adjacent to Tasco, a very famous silver producer. And yet, south and west of us are volcanogenic massive sulfides like Campo Morado. The property itself is outlined by this outline. We don't own all of it. We own a significant portion of it. But let me very quickly tell you what we have there. One is where our production is. Our main mill produces for 4 mines. The leading 2 are San Ramon and Guadalupe. 2 is an area we haven't even gotten to, so we've got to get to it. It's just, this is 221 square kilometers, heavily mountainous. It takes us a lot of time. 3 is a volcanogenic massive sulfide we have. It's got a small pilot plant on it, and it's going forward this year, or next year, actually. And 4 is a deeply incised valley. It's about 350 meters deep. What makes it very interesting, high mag in the center of it, radiating off of it is a series of veins, and they're gold and copper bearing. The ticker is IPT on the TSX-V. We've got 143 million shares outstanding. Market cap is about $94 million. You can see as the share performance is taking a crash right after the punch-up we saw with Reddit, and we're starting to respond, but it's taking a little time. What makes us a little interesting as well is we're very broadly held retail. We have 20% institutional and 10% insiders. This gives you an idea of what's happening in the past. We've always maintained positive working capital, positive cash flow, and that's been our strategy going forward. Anything that profits gets reinvested back into the property. The 4 projects we're mining from: Guadalupe, historic producer, 1529 was its first production. Veta Negra, an small open pit, which is actually an outcropping of 2 veins. San Ramon, which we've been mining now since 2004. Then we mined San Ramon Deeps, which goes along the same structure but deeper. And then we're just now going into a brand new area, San Ramon South. So these are the 2 major producers, and then Cuchara is a vein swarm that produces ore for us. There's the mill to the left-hand side. The right beside it is the Capire plant. The logistics are great. We're within distance of heck with it. Another town which has all the major services we need available. We're on a paved highway. We make our own water, and we're using power from the Mexican power grid. The ones to the right are our competitors, but 500 years ago. Give you an idea. Area 1, Guadalupe. Guadalupe is where we're mining from. Recently, we hit 1.2 kilos of silver over 2.6 meters. We're moving into an area at Guadalupe, into another area that's part of the Guadalupe complex called Pachaqueño. Pachaqueño, we just had a 3.8 meter drill result running over 2 kilos. South of that, and you can see all the old mines there, south of it is Alacran. And Alacran's really exciting, and it's in fact the oldest target in the area for us, 1527 it produced. These are results from 1920. These guys were shipping 20 to 60 kilos of silver. The waste rock was 400 to 500 grams. Now, there's another report similar right after it 1 year later. We're going into there this year. It hasn't produced in about 30 years. It's flooded, and it's obviously one of our higher quality brownfields targets. This is the Capire. It's a VMS. It's flat line. Strip ratio is just a little over 1 to 1. We test mined it about 10 years ago. Price of silver was $30. Price of silver fell to $13. We shut it down. We're working on ore sorting right now, XRT. We're bulk sample tested it. It works. We're going to look at a sample program of running larger tonnage through it. It's probably going to be a production target for us again next year, 200 to 300 ounces, and maybe sort of the equivalent in lead zinc. This is that when I mentioned to that, there's a deep valley in between these two mills. It's about 350 meters deep. Traditionally, the ore here runs high-grade silver at surface. As you go to depth, it falls off the lead zinc, silver falls off. Then it gets into a blank area. Below that, we've found there's a whole district, if you will, of copper gold, and it outcrops down in the bottom of this valley. And if you look at the picture, as you go to the left and up to the top, it rises, this district rises closer to the surface. One of the old mines we've just sampled ran 97 grams gold, 97 grams silver over about 0.8 of a meter. All of these old mines were hand steel, so they didn't mine stuff that they couldn't make money on. So it's a fairly dramatic target, but it's not our best target. We probably won't even get around to drilling it to next year. This year we've drilled 10,000 meters. We've come up with some really great results. We're going to drill another 20,000 meters in the near future. We have our own drills. Our drilling costs are amongst the lowest in the industry. I can tell you they're around $60 a meter. The team we've got, I've been in this business too long. This is the 5th mine I've developed along with the team. George Grzinski is well known to a lot of you. He's got Fireweed Zinc going. Jerry Wong is our CFO. Armando Alessandria is our COO. All of these people have been with us now for 16 years. They really believe in this as a major district. We're going to develop it, and we're going forward developing it. For undervalued, everybody tells you they're undervalued. The only thing I can say is our market cap is very low. Working capital in cash is over 23 million. We have no debt, and we're actually profitable. It's something that normally you don't talk about when you're in mineral exploration. So here's what we're going forward for this next 12 months. We are one of the purest silver plays in the industry. At over 90% of our revenue is generated by silver. 2, we've had long-term stability in the production, but that's going to change because the Guadalupe mine, for instance, which has been producing, and the mill's been producing at 400 tons a day, as we get into Pachaqueño, will expand its production and grades will be rising throughout the next year. We have targets like the gold at Chapenial, and in fact we have a number of targets. They're going to be tested this year. Historically, the Aztecs have mined from this area for 500 years. There must have been something there. Excuse me. We're going ahead with Capire. Capire is a VMS, simple mining. It's not high grade, but you make mines. You find deposits, you make mines, and we're very good at making mines. And we have a district-wide exploration program that we've committed to with GIS and AI. We've identified over 100 targets that are suitable for drilling over the next couple of years. And many of them are very much like Alacran. That's the future. Thank you.